issue. The 3 million is good, so we're agreeing to that. But in addition, there's a $2 million fee that he received for the use of his photos and autographs in
Right.
the 10 days of working at the training camp for good PR.
Right. We definitely talked about the photos and the autographs, and again, it just doesn't seem feasible to pay that amount of money for something that isn't selling right now. Unfortunately, we paid it before, and it just doesn't seem feasible to pay it upon signing him again.
Mm-hmm.
Just, I mean, it's very to me, it's very similar to the bonus issue.
It's ridiculous. You all can't see each other.
I know. I don't know why the light keeps going off.
We need to be moving around more. My thought is that with his popularity, in spite there has been a lot of negative press. Feels as if there's more. What's going on right now is that there's just the negative energy within his own marriage that's happening as a result of all these things that happen. But out in the athletic world, in the sports world, it feels like it's been water under the bridge, and that in the past he's been able to bring in an increased ticket revenue and merchandising of the sales for the products that he signs and endorses. So
So you're basically saying that if I can, like, if I'm understanding you correctly, that you're saying that it's more of an issue, um, with his marriage out, in the,
I
out in
think
the
that
media, and that it's really less. It's more of an issue with the sports world because
no, I'm actually saying
the reverse.
yeah, that it's really out in the world of sports entertainment. I think it's water under the bridge. I think that the media has had their opportunity to really pick him apart, and they had that it was dismissed on technicality, and now he as an individual is dealing with it at the home front. That it's very the heatedness is there. It's not really out in the public eye,
right,
and that's where it's really affecting him at. And so that's getting him back to the thing that he loves most. I think is going to generate. It's going to decrease that potential harm that's at home. And it'll make things more secure and stable.
I definitely agree with you, Eva, that like these types of issues in the media or out in the sports entertainment viewership world, that these types of things have a short shelf life. So the attention span is short. And again, the way that we are actually monitoring it is through, like, again, the sales of items associated with him, and also um, endorsements that he may have, um, as well. And currently, I believe that he doesn't have any endorsements. And again, we know that things aren't selling, which is why the contingency plan of 18 months is placed here so that we can see, how actually is still
right.
there.
You're feeling it. So what you're saying too is that after the 18 months, you would then, as he's been during that contingency time, as he proves himself all over again and the ticket sales go up, will he be able to recapture some of that revenue?
Definitely.
After
I
the
think
18 months.
I think we can definitely, think about recapturing. Let me step away once more. I'm not sure how to keep it from doing that.
I have no idea myself. So after 18 months, do you think that we could have a shorter time for the merchandise selling and the
Well, initially 18
concessions for the photos and the autographs, and can we do a shorter amount? Because I think that what's going to happen is that the public will also see their favorite Riot playing on the Monarchs, and within a very short, yeah, absolutely, in a very short period of time, we'll be like, you know what, he's not only back, but he's back stronger. Clearly, this was a hiccup. And he has moved past it, and we are going to cheer this man on because he's getting his life back together. And I think you're going to see ticket sales increase. So perhaps we could decrease the contingency plan on the autograph memorabilia.
Initially, The contingency plan for the length of the contract was 2 years, and we've now reduced it to 18 months. And originally, also, the contingency plan for why we are okay with the 18 months was because that was the benchmark that we had set for the photographs and the autographs. So, and that's just in the business world. 18 months is a good, it's a good amount of time, and also the season is not year round, so it gives us a little bit of this season and a little bit starting the next season to get a feel of how things will change. And so I really want to stay firm on the 18 months for the autographs and the photographs, just because, again, initially we wanted to go for 2 years for the length of the contract and the no-cut issues as well.
Now, tell me a little bit more about the Monarch season. Is it an annual season? Is it within a year's time? They go through one entire cycle of the playing
But a
season.
big part of things sell because they see the player on the field, or they see,
And he's looking great.
Yeah, and they're looking great, and they want, a year. Then,
so just to digress a little bit,
mm-hmm.
What can your PR campaign do for him so that he comes onto the field looking great, so that there's a greater urgency in the community's desire to come in and to buy tickets and to buy them in bulk, so that there's more membership within the stadium?
We're looking to buy time from some of the. We're looking to set up important interviews with important shows to get him to actually just flush out and talk about, the new him and what he's been through. So some definitely public sympathy, public empathy type pieces. We also want to, buy some time in between half times and, anything that's televised, buy some ad time to show what he's done in the community.
Oh, great.
Potentially also do some speaking engagements as well. So we were thinking about things like that, and we can flush these, pieces out, with the PR person who's a professional at this. But definitely, we're looking at things that, would really give him some face time in front of, his fans, and show the personal and special side of him instead of, this bad negative press and baggage that he's been carrying since the trial.
Yeah, I would like to add to that. We sit down with the PR person to make sure that it's, we're moving into a positive. Everything's positive, in the positive light.
Yeah.
His future. Maybe get a lot of shots with the wife and the twins. And when I'm concerned, what I want to see happen is I want to see a lot of build for him, so that there's positive,
Definitely.
so that we can move him through this contingency period really quickly, and we can get this stadium filled up.
Thank you. Just 1 second.